Bonus golf needed for Rory and Shane to get the job done. A birdie on 18 in regulation, a force to play off a par, good enough to get it done. What was the mentality playing 18 twice in the last 45 minutes?
Yeah, well, I think in regulation we knew what we needed to do. You know, from the bogey on 17, we knew we needed to make a birdie at the last to get a playoff at worst, I guess. We didn't know what the guys were doing behind, so to play the 18th the way we did in regulation, which was great to get a 4 there. And we were a little sharper, I guess, going into the playoff. Martin and Chad had to wait around for ours to play this playoff hole, and we were coming right off the back of our round. So feel a little bad for them, but at the same time, we played a great round of golf. This alternate shot format is really tough, and to play the last 11 or 12 holes the way we did, when we knew we needed to get to a score that was. To get to a score that was what was posted, we knew there was a target set, and the fact that we got there, I thought was super impressive.
A little bit of slow start out of the gates again. What were the challenges trying to build momentum, knowing there was work to be done in the tougher format?
Yeah, we had a slow start, but we played number 7, number 8 very well all week. We knew 10 was going to be a chance. 11 obviously, so we knew we had chances coming up. We knew if we just kept doing our thing, the way Rory drove the golf ball this week, it's an absolute pleasure to play it from his second shots, and we knew we were going to give ourselves chances, and I think we played the last, I had a poor tee shot on 17, but I was just trying to hit up the right side of the green, the wind got hold of it, and we made a bad bogey there, but we knew we could birdie the last to get into the playoff, and we knew when we get into the playoff we could win it. So Rory said to me going down to the playoff, he said, when was the last time you were in a playoff? I was like, 2009. So that was nice. It was nice to get a win, and to do it alongside a great friend, it's just, it's very special.
You've won all around the world. What do you take the most pride in? First time here doing it with a great friend.
I think how we kept each other positive the entire way this week, even when things weren't going our way for a little bit. We kept our heads held high, and there was a couple of struggles early on in the rounds, especially at the weekend there, and to get through those and get some momentum going. We play so much golf at home, and we're so comfortable in each other's company, and to be able to do it out here when it matters and produce similar golf is really cool.
Job well done. Enjoy, guys.
Thank you.
Jubilation after their victory. Well, Paige, if a book was written on this event and you read it from the back, you'd go, yeah, that's not a big surprise to me that Shane Lowry and Rory McIlroy would end up winning. But if you started at the front of the chapter with 2 bogeys in their first 3 holes, it didn't exactly play out as a smooth round for these two. They just finished it in great style.
Exactly, Matt. And one of the things that I think stood out just in what Rory was talking about was momentum. And momentum is a key aspect of this event. I think in partnership, it's maybe harder to get momentum, but it's easier to feed off each other once you have it. And we can go back to the end of yesterday, where I noticed a couple of moments in the round where momentum was key. This was on the 16th hole, and Rory McIlroy drains this putt, very significant. And again, different format, but Shane Lowry still able to take the Rory momentum and transfer it into his shot. And this was his shot on the very next hole, the very next tee. There were a couple moments like that again today, where the players were able to feed off each other and kind of carry it into the next hole. You heard Shane Lowry talk about 7 and 8 was important. Well, this was the 7th hole. This was the putt that Rory needed to make, yes, to keep the round going. Great shot there. And then immediately step up on the tee. Again, that 7th hole was significant because they hadn't gotten off to such a slow start. And the 7th was a turning point for him to make that birdie, then to step up in the 8th tee, hit that shot into that short par 4, and ultimately then make birdie again on 8. So there were these moments where they could feed off of each other. 13th hole, this was the shot that Shane Lowry hit after Rory had chunked it. So Rory ultimately making par save. Again, even though it's par, still momentum gaining, because then you stand up on the 14th tee.
Rory!
And Rory does this. You can tell by the club twirl. It might have been good. So it's kind of cool to hear from Rory and Shane after the round that momentum was significant, specifically 7 and 8, that turning point for them in today's round. And I think that's where chemistry comes into team golf. It matters who you're playing with and how you can feed off each other and feed into each other if they're having a tough time or going through one of the lower moments in the negative, maybe, momentum. It was impressive to see how they were able to turn today's round around, because that was not what it looked like at the beginning of the day, that they would be ending up holding the trophy at the end.
Yeah, very well observed. And when they finished, Shane had said to Amanda Renner that Rory had carried him. If you look at what Shane has done as a body of work this year with putting, he's 163rd in total putting. He's 160th in overall putting average. In putts for inside of 10 feet, he's ranked 178th. With everything that you just talked about, what could a win like this mean for the rest of the season for Shane Lowry in terms of confidence?
Well, it's significant. And he missed a short putt earlier in the day. So when it came to that 18th hole in regulation, even after that great pitch shot by Rory, nothing was taken for granted. So he was able to take confidence from that shot in particular, but also the idea that he's going to be in these signature events now. He's a PGA Tour winner this season. He has that title to his name now, and certainly you can gain a lot of confidence from hitting certain shots down the stretch. I mean, his ball striking was really excellent in a lot of places. You pointed out the putting, but if he can drain a couple putts like he did at the very end, then maybe he can take some confidence from the putting aspect into the rest of the season too.
Isn't it interesting the way that the week has gone, where everyone talked about fun and how much fun was an element of this tournament? But when it was all said and done, if there was any element of kind of hit and giggle, it disappeared this afternoon when things got really tight.
It did, but I also feel like that theme is incredibly important to maybe even just the success of Rory. Go back to the Masters a couple years ago when he holed out from the bunker, and he talked about, that's the most fun I've had on the golf course in a really long time. It immediately made me think of that shot and that comment when I saw him play today, when I saw the look on his face after the round, when I saw him celebrate with Shane. So you kind of wonder if even Rory can take a lot from this win and just have how to encapsulate that and how to take that and continue to build on it for the rest of the season, what that might also do for him in continuing to knock on and open up more doors and more wins.